So fuck Army of Nine. Give me my money, bitches. Hello tonight. This is CJ. This is the RockWire. Here tonight, my favorite two motherfuckers. Derek from the Badlands. The camp chef hat is not on tonight. How are you tonight, my man?
I'm doing great. You know, I just got a haircut from my man Mitchell, who's been my barber for, I don't know, 8 years now. So,
God, have you been out there that long?
I think so. I just had my 7th anniversary at work, so.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Little whale trading if you need them. You like stocks? You like picking good stocks? Gotta be a little whale before you're a big whale. Check it out, YouTube, Little Whale Trading. And Beefcake Brad from the city by the bay where the koi play. Want a pond? Go buy one. Therapeutic Waters.
Yeah.
How are you tonight, Brad?
You know, I'm actually excited. I kind of like these songs tonight that somebody else picked, and I think it's pretty cool. But I'm kind of more intrigued by your new sponsorship hat. Is that the Trojan Warrior?
Well, since you asked, long story short, this is Army of Nine travel baseball. It was a baseball team we're on 2 years ago. They stole $1,500 from us, but the hat is still cool, and I wear it as my work hat. So fuck Army of Nine. Give me my money, bitches.
Well, I guess we're going to work then.
But at least I got a cool hat out of it. All right, right to the point. After blowing 2 minutes of your time, a double shot of new rock and roll. Skid Row, Ozzy Osbourne with Jeff Beck. 2 new blazing singles. This shit's fire. Ozzy Osbourne with Jeff Beck. Patient number 9. All right. So, I don't need to tell you about Ozzy Osbourne. He's a rock god, but he has now found his fun by doing all kinds of different collaborations with different artists and throwing lots of quality songwriters and guitarists and players in the punch bowl and pumping out some really fresh new collaborations, and this is one of them. Now, patient number 9 with Jeff Beck on guitar. We'll get to him in a moment. Now, this song was not written by Jeff Beck or Ozzy Osbourne. Ali Tempesi, Andrew Wattman, Chad Smith, Red Hot Chili Peppers if you need them, and Robert Calijo on the bass. He's in that little band called Metallica. And of course, they wrote the song. Ozzy's on the vocals. Jeff Beck's on guitar in this one. General impression of the track, Derek.
I liked it. You know, I wish it was more of a rocker myself. You know, but I thought it changed up a lot, which made it really interesting. There's lots of really cool parts. I think 7 minutes was too long for it. I think the guitar solos, you could tell is Jeff Beck, because I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, if you think, well, that it had more of a bluesy feel to it. It was weird how at the one guitar solo had like an acoustic guitar playing rhythm guitar underneath it, which I found very interesting. You know, there was some better run when they call your name, you better run and hide. That part of the song, of the chorus or whatever, I wasn't like a huge fan of. I liked how it started out and everything, and when it changed, when he's talking about the pill, hide the pills in your mouth and blah blah blah. So to wrap this diary of the mouth up, I'll say I liked it. It didn't really rock my socks off.
Oh man, Derek, sometimes you are so good, because I wrote a few questions out from this song, and you just touched on almost every one of them. So let's go to Brad. Jeff Beck, classic rock, almost jazz fusion, heavy metal is not his fucking thing. How did he do on the riff for this song, in your opinion?
I felt it was almost a funk vibe that he brought to this riff. I actually like it. I think it's probably the cleanest song or sound you would ever hear for a guitarist playing for Ozzy. I really like that. I know the guitar solo was pretty cool, but I felt the bass hook overpowered it. When you listen to it, that bass hook is really powering. It's amazing though, because I think both artists, for their age, found a tempo that they can both play at and produce great music. I think Bret Michaels needs to take a listen to this and open his eyes.
Well, let's go a little bit deeper on that, Derek. So Ozzy's vocals, in my opinion, he is as good as ever on this track. He seems to me to be absolutely ageless on the mic. Do you agree with that? And if you do, how does he do it, Matt?
So I was listening to this song and I'm thinking, oh my God, how does Ozzy sound so good? You know, I mean, he's just perfect. All his highs and lows. I mean, it's like his range is still there from the Ultimate Sin, you know, my God. And I started thinking, is it auto-tune? I don't think it's auto-tune. It doesn't have that feel to it, but I don't know if they gotta be doing a little bit something, but I tell you what, he still sounds, he's fantastic. I hope it's all legit. I think it is.
Now that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, are they just processing the fuck out of Ozzy, or is he just goddamn still nailing it? It doesn't, you know, I mean, sometimes you listen to Ozzy, he's like me. He can hardly talk. He can't even get a sentence out of his mouth, but you put the guy on the mic, you put him in a recording studio, and he is money. Take it to the bank.
Yeah, he's always been like that. I mean, remember when the Osbournes, this show? I mean, that was the first time you got to see him talk normally. And like a bumbling drunk idiot, and then all of a sudden you put a microphone in front of him and he just starts singing.
Or Ozzy cooking breakfast in Downfall of Western Civilization.
It's just like a guy who's...
Wait, Jesus, how many years ago was that? That's like 40 fucking years ago.
It's like a guy who stutters, right? You know, someone who has a speech impediment, and speaking's more difficult, but... You know, there are people like that where they're singing a song and that stuff just goes away. So maybe it's similar to that.
Now, back to Brad. Going into the guitar solo about the 4-minute mark. What's your thoughts on that? Good solo, bad solo, Brad?
No, like I was saying, I thought it was a great guitar solo. I wasn't a big follower of Jeff Beck, but I really appreciated his music. But man, I think that's a great bluesy solo. But I felt the bass hook, though, crushed it.
Well, because maybe they had the best bass player on the planet on this track. Just maybe. Now, I actually thought the solo was awful. But to get into Derek's little sidetrack, I did love the acoustic strumming at the 6-minute and 30-second mark. Man, this is a long song. But I love the acoustic strumming with the lead guitar over the top of that. That I thought was really cool. Moving right on from the Ozzy Jeff Beck shit. The new Skid Row dude. Derek, the new Skid Row. You dig it?
I really do. You know what? This is a hell of a barbecue song. This is just a sing-along song, having fun, cracking some beers, and just smiling and laughing. That's what this song is all about. Having a blast. The gang's all here, man. We're just having fun. And the lead singer, you can hear why they got him, because you can just, from this song alone, you can hear him being able to hit all those different songs from Skid Row, you know, they're from their catalog. And he sounds like a better version of You know, you may want to ask some questions about this. So I'm gonna go, and I'm just gonna
dude, you are so on it tonight. Let's just go right over to Brad. Okay, Skid Row, the new song, Tear It Down, the second song off the new Skid Row album. The first one was The Gang's All Here. Brad, general impressions, new Skid Row, what do you think?
Well, first of all, I got to give you credit because originally when we started this podcast, you brought the band Heat, H.E.A.
You don't have to do that, Brad.
I'm sorry. But no, really, he brought it. I got to give him, and Eric is an amazing singer. I thought it was Sebastian when I first heard it. I'm like, oh my God, he rejoined the band. But I remember being drunk one night and texting you guys, I want Skid Row live. And on YouTube. And I'm like, man, he is amazing.
Yeah, tough to narrow that down.
All right. So let's check this thing out and then we'll get into my questions that you guys have already touched on because you're just that good. You guys are on it tonight. Skid Row, Tear It Down. All right, the new singer Eric Grunwald with like the little dots above the O, like Motley Crue. Eric Grunwald, formerly of Heat, and of course Heat. If you want to check this shit out, they have a new album coming out called Force Majeure. The first singles off that is Hollywood, with their new singer Kenny Lecarimo. sorry.
Hey, Buccarino.
So, yeah, we'll get to that shit later too.
Good
Okay, so Eric versus Sebastian Bach. Who's better right now? Is this band better with Eric in it or Sebastian Bach? Just from a vocal quality standpoint.
First of all, I'm going to just jump right in. I'm not going to let Brad even talk. I think it's a umlaut or something like that. Those are those little dots, But basically, I don't know, Sebastian Bach back in the day, I don't know, he was phenomenal. You look at him today, and that's not even a comparison. It's laughable. I mean, Eric just can sing him out of the building. Sebastian wants to talk about having his little battle with, Jericho or something. Yeah, he can't hold a candle to this Eric kid, And what I'll say is, one of the reasons he can't is because he's so bloated with red wine and his own pompous ass attitude. He can't sing for shit.
Whoa. Okay, so there's your opinion about Sebastian from the past. Now, Eric replaces Johnny Solinger, who died at 55, liver failure. What did you think of Johnny as a lead singer of Skid Row replacing Sebastian Bach before Eric joined the band?
Brad?
Well, I had a hard time. I mean, that's the first time I saw Skid Row, Johnny was the singer. And he had some great range, but it wasn't Sebastian Bach. But now when I hear Eric, I'm like, oh my God, those first two albums that they recorded, he could probably pull those things off. Amazing.
Yes, he is going to kill those early Skid Row songs. Snake Sabo, Brad. Is he an underrated guitarist or no?
I always thought he was a great guitarist on the first two albums, but afterwards, I never heard much from him.
Now, you didn't hear much because you didn't listen because Boz was gone?
I listened to a couple Salinger songs, but it wasn't as good. It was like something was missing.
Derek, your opinion of Skid Row post Sebastian Bach?
I'm excited. It's kind of funny. I think Snake, I think I read a quote from him saying this is almost feels like a new band. And while Eric's voice harkens back to that kind of the tones of the first few albums, and I've seen him singing some of those old songs live, and he sounds fantastic. But I see what they're talking about. Sounds like a new band. I mean, the song "The Gang's All Here," that is just a fun song. It's not kind of, the old songs were more, I guess maybe had kind of a dirty feel to them, kind of a grimy feel. And this sounds more like a fun band. I'm looking forward to hearing more of their stuff. And I haven't said that for a long time.
The track list to their album is now out, so they're just bleeding out singles. The whole album should drop sometime soon. The Gang's All Here or Tear It Down. Which one you like better, Derek?
The Gang's All Here really grew on me.
I think I like the new one. I think I like Tear It Down better. Now, Brad, Skid Row, Tear It Down, or Def Leppard, Tear It Down? What's a better song?
Well, right now, I'm going to say Def Leppard's was, because I spun that song so many times. It was an awesome jam. This, though, has potential.
Oh, yeah, I just put that one out of key for you. And, all right, YouTube.
See ya.
This is the end for you.
Goodbye.
But I want you to listen to the rest of the podcast, the whole second half on Spotify, where we're going to talk about the news and we're going to cut it up a little bit. And, of course, you'll get full-length songs about the songs we talk about in their entirety. This is the way the podcast is meant to be listened to. YouTube, see ya. You're Eric Granwall. You are in heat.